Last time on Bob and Dee, Sol Searchers, we met Dr. Phillipa Agnew, and she taught us a little bit about the work they do at the Oamaru Blue Penguin Colony in the South Island of New Zealand.
This time she's going to talk to us about the penguins and their breeding cycles and how they track them when they leave the colony.
She's also going to tell us what's up with all the seals around the colony, and then take us over to the rehab center to meet Henry. So let's skedaddle.
So I'm searching for the light that's on the water, and when I find it I can see that I'm stronger.
Today we're back at the Oamaru Blue Penguin Colony, and Pip is letting us in on some exciting plans for the future of the colony. There's rumors that you guys are going to be putting maybe some underwater cameras on a few of these special birds.
Yeah, so that's a really exciting project that we're going to be working on over the coming year, and that's going to help with that, giving us information about the impacts of those storms. As if we've got these miniature cameras on the penguins when they're out at sea, we can see what the sea looks like for them. So it's almost reassuring us or reaffirming what we think we know about the penguins and what's happening in those storm events. We'll be able to see it directly from the penguins with the cameras, so we're super excited about that.
Have you seen more storms? Is it getting worse?
It does seem to be the case, yeah, they do seem to be increasing in frequency, and not necessarily in intensity, but the duration as well seems to be increasing.
Okay.
This season just being, so last winter, we just had a longer period of more murky water than we would normally be seeing. Yeah, and that delayed the onset of breeding.
Here comes the fun stuff. Pip is going to talk to us about the breeding cycle of the little blue waddlers. The nesting boxes, they're pretty cool. Can you tell me about them?
Sure, so little penguins will naturally dig a burrow into the soil or sand, but sometimes, especially into the sand, a natural burrow might collapse or flood. So what we do is build these nesting boxes for them to use that structurally are more sound than a burrow dug into the sand. And we don't, it's not a complete box, there is no bottom to it. So the penguins can still dig further down if they want to, and they'll also bring in their own nesting material.
Sometimes penguins will have two clutches.
Yep. If they start laying anytime as early as May to possibly July, they'll have an opportunity to then have that second clutch of eggs. After the first brood of chicks has fledged, they'll lay 2 more eggs.
After the female lays the egg, the male and female pair take turns going out to sea and sitting on the egg. They also take turns feeding the chicks after they hatch. Baby penguins, they come with all this beautiful down, and then they lose their down and get their adult feathers. How are they different?
So that's correct. A lot of birds will do that. And penguins, they have to go through what's called a catastrophic molt. They'll basically grow out a whole new set of feathers all at once, and then all of their old feathers will fall out. So they have to stay here on land during that time because their feathers won't be waterproof, so they won't survive at sea. Yeah, so that's why they're stuck on land for the whole duration.
There are so many seals along the coast of the colony, and Dr. Agnew is going to tell us all about them.
So these are New Zealand fur seals. This is not a breeding area for them. This is a haul out of probably mostly males and young animals, and they are a top predator. But in saying that, they don't actually attack the penguins. They will eat fish and squid, and they tend to just leave the penguins alone here. Although having said that, in Australia, they're known as long-nosed fur seals, and they do eat penguins over there, probably because there's a bit of a food shortage for them, so they'll eat penguins But here they tend to leave the penguins alone.
And now to address the elephant in the room. Next, Dr. Agnew showed us specialized boxes that are used to monitor all penguins that come in and out of the colony.
Each box has a reader and a weigh platform in it. So it funnels the penguins in, so they have to walk through one at a time, and then the chip reader records the day and time that the penguin comes through and the weight with it. So it's really good to be able to find out more about the penguins without having to handle them, and the change in the body weight through the season, because we can track the individuals and how their body weight changes as the season progresses.
Does it read their chip then, so you know which penguin is weighing which?
Yeah,
it's not just
it does.
like an average.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's just a passive chip that has to be close enough to the reader to be read.
We've just finished learning about how the facility maintains the colony for the blue penguins to thrive. Now let's head over to meet Henry at the Rehabilitation Center.
Oh, hi, my name's Henry. I'm the environmental team leader here at the Oamaru Blue Penguin Colony. We're going to head into our rehab facility.
In the next episode, we're going to continue our conversation with Henry while he shows us around the rehab center. Then we'll head back over to Pip to wrap up our adventure and give you some information about how you can get involved.
Sol searching for the light that's on the water, and when I find it, I will see that I am stronger than I had thought for all these years. I am bigger than my fear. I've come.
Thanks for watching this episode of Bob and Dee Soul Searchers. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified of future episodes. Since this was a new format, we'd appreciate any and all feedback. What did you like? What did you hate? What was your favorite part? Drop your comments in the box below. In the meantime, keep searching.